Guys, it's your boy Sean the Hustler back again at you with another video. And today, since a lot of you guys have been commenting and messaging me about vending, I want to make a video on all the transparencies in vending for you guys to let you guys know, the ins and the outs of vending, and maybe if it's right for you, maybe it's not right for you. So stay tuned and let's get into the video. Honest with you guys, before I started this video, I didn't really know that I was going to be hitting like 9,000 subscribers. I'm almost at 10,000 subscribers, so if you haven't subscribed yet, press that subscribe button down below so I could hit 10,000 subscribers, and I will be doing a giveaway then as well. But hopping into the video, I have these 10 points here that I want to go over on the transparencies of the vending business. Basically all the stuff that the YouTubers aren't telling you that I'm pretty sure all of us go through. And I mean, that's fine. A lot of people, just want to see the collection video and they want to get into the business, but they don't really know all the things behind the vending business. So that's what I want to cover today. And before I go over that, actually, he doesn't know I'm giving him a shout out or anything, but I do want to give this guy a shout out. His name's Jonathan Prezant, I believe. He's only got like 10 subscribers, but I watched this video that he had here on the vending machine business. And basically he was saying that, he was covering a lot of valid points, a lot of good points on the vending business and what a lot of people do and don't see. So shout out to you, man. I appreciate that. I'm gonna try to make this video, kind of short, but I do have to go over these points. So let me let you guys know to start it off. This is the first point right here, is that the machine cost, you're not gonna be buying a vending machine for $500. Well, you could buy a vending machine for $500, okay? But here's the whole thing. Your total investment on the vending machine business is not gonna be $500 if you wanna get into full line vending machine. And what do I mean by that? So let's say I go on Craigslist, right? And I buy a vending machine for $500, $600, $1,000. Now you guys gotta think, the vending machine is gonna be $1,000, but you're taking that risk. And I buy from Craigslist all the time, and I have gone through these issues. So you buy a used machine, it's like buying a used car. Sometimes you get a winner, you'll never have a problem with it, and sometimes you get a loser and you get that dud that, it's gonna be giving you nothing but problems, and then you're gonna be out that $500. But it's not just the $500 that you guys are gonna be out. You gotta keep that in mind. So the coin mechanism inside a soda machine usually takes around $40 to $50. So just to fill the coin mechanism, you're looking at another $50 investment. So that brings you to around $550. To stock that soda machine, you're looking at around another $150 to $200 at least. If you're doing just cans, it's a little bit cheaper, but if you're doing Gatorade, Monster, stuff like that, that's when it brings your total up to around 200 bucks. So now you're at around $750. And if you don't have a truck, or if you don't have a homie that will help you for free, you're looking at least 100 bucks for the truck, and you're looking at least another 50 to 100 bucks on having someone help you. So keep that in mind when you guys are buying machines, thinking that 500 bucks and you're set, because you will be paying around 1,000 to 1,200 bucks per machine. So that brings me to point number 2. So another thing that a lot of people don't talk about is that, well, sometimes I see it on YouTube during collection videos, is that some locations aren't gonna do as great as other locations are gonna do. For example, well, I've had locations, kind of narrowed down my route, but I've had locations do $10 a week. I've had locations actually do like $2 to $5 a week. And back to my old point is, like, you guys are paying $1,000 for a soda machine to place there, and let's say it's bringing you $5 a week. What are you guys gonna do? Are you gonna wait for that ROI? ROI is return on investment. Are you guys gonna wait for that to add up to $1,000 and take you 3 years and keep it there, or are you gonna move it? So like I said, it's not all winners in the vending machine game. It's a numbers game, really. It's not a get rich quick scheme. And you guys got to keep that in mind as well, because when I got into it, I was like, you know what, I'm ready to kill it, I'm ready to make all this money, and it didn't really happen that way. It's got to build up, build up, build up. Now I have locations that are doing around $200 to even $300 per week sometimes. And a lot of you guys, that's how much you guys make at a regular job. It's not that bad of a business if you do find those prime locations, but you gotta remember, you don't wanna put those $300 machines on Craigslist in a prime location. You wanna spend quality money on quality machines so you won't get kicked out by the big guys on those locations. And another thing that sucks, point number 3, a lot of people, no one has talked about this on YouTube, is spoilage. Like, I don't know how much money I lost when I first started vending because of spoilage. Like, the expiration dates on some stuff is like crazy low. Like, you got like less than a month sometimes. So you guys gotta pay attention to that. And also keep in mind that diet soda, if you guys are vending diet soda or you plan to, on regular soda, your expiration date is around 6 to 8 months, and on diet soda, it's around 2 months. Sometimes you find it 3 if it's fresh. And some clients, you know, you'll have people not care, but then at those locations that they do care, it's gonna be really annoying having to hear that. So that's another thing to keep in mind. And also chips, your candy, all that stuff. Chips are usually around 2 months, chocolate's around 8 months. Don't put your chocolate in the refrigerators. Don't keep them in the refrigerators because they will get white and customers don't like that. So keep in mind spoilage, check your dates. So I've been doing vending for around 2 years now. It honestly doesn't feel like it's been 2 years, but time flies. And another thing is too, so I've been through around 32 different locations, and that's full line. Some soda, some just snack only, and some of them soda and snack. I don't have 32 locations anymore. I only have 15 locations currently. And why is that? It's because you'll lose locations, guys. You're gonna lose locations. And that brings me to point number 4 is you're gonna be losing locations. A lot of people, you know, you get your machine in a location, it could last 2 weeks, it could last 2 years, it could last 20 years. You never know when that business is gonna close down. You never know when that owner is gonna kick you out. You never know when another company is gonna come in. So you guys gotta keep that in mind when you're placing locations, placing machines in locations, is that, you know, possibly you guys will lose them, or you guys might not even wanna keep them. Like, I've had locations where the owner is just such a dickhead and I just don't wanna deal with him anymore. And either I'll sell the location or I'll just take my machine out if I need it for another location, and I'll leave it at that. So keep that in mind as well. To another point about getting replaced in a location. So with the whole YouTube thing, and yeah, I make YouTube videos, and I make YouTube videos to inspire people, and now I just started this group, so I want to help people out. But with this whole YouTube thing, now it's just changing the game in YouTube. And even though I'm new to it, I know a lot of veterans are getting pissed off because of this, because it's starting to get highly competitive. So that's point number 5 is you guys gotta be careful out there because it's super competitive right now. So that's why a lot of people recommend going and buying new. But new machines cost you around $4,000. I have never bought a new machine before, and I don't know if I ever will. You guys wanna make sure that you find someone like a good refurbisher or a good company that sells good refurbished machines when you do get that big account. And you wanna make sure that they do take credit card readers. And I know I don't have any credit card readers yet on my machines yet, but that's the new wave. Everyone wants credit card readers. Not a lot of people carry cash, so you guys got to keep that in mind as well when you're setting up a location too. And that, I forgot to mention this, but a credit card reader is around $300 plus shipping, plus the activation, plus the monthly fees, plus the percentage that they charge per swipe. So that's another 300 bucks on top of your guys' machine. Keep that in mind. I think I have like enough fingers or toes to count how many times that people have asked me like, Sean, how do you get locations? Do you gotta pay these locations? And that's 6, that's number 6 is, this is another thing that a lot of people don't tell you is that it is really hard to get a vending location for full line like snack and soda machines. Not so hard getting gumball candy machines, and that's how I started out. but it is very hard to pitch these because they're big, they use electricity, you know, sometimes they'll give you problems, sometimes they could cause an issue at the business. So it is kind of hard to find locations. But if you apply yourself and you get yourself out there and you get your word out there, it's not too bad. It's not too bad once you have a couple of locations and you get that momentum going. Once you get that momentum going, it just takes off from there. You just sail the ocean. And I want to point out the next topic, which is advertisement. So what I did when I was first starting out and I just bought 4 machines and I wanted to find, I didn't know if I was gonna find 4 different locations for each machine. I didn't know if I was gonna do 2 locations, so on and so forth. So what I did was I went to free advertising first. What I mean by that is I went to social media. I'm pretty sure all you guys have an Instagram. I'm pretty sure you guys have a Facebook. I'm pretty sure you guys have family members. So as you guys could see, I have a t-shirt on. Actually right now I have a t-shirt. So this is the shirt that I wear on my route, and I'll even wear it running errands and stuff like that. And I've had people hit me up because of this. These t-shirts, I actually got these from Brian LaRue at Vending Nation. I know all you guys know him. But these were like 13 bucks each. 13 bucks each, get a couple shirts, you know? Business cards, Vista Print. Business cards, they run their promotion for 500 cards for 10 bucks. That's honestly the cheapest way right there, is to go around and pass out your cards, make them look somewhat professional, maybe even make a flyer. You can make a flyer for free. And then post ads on your Instagram and stuff like that. Hit up your friends. I'm pretty sure your friends, you know, if you're young, I'm 22, my friends are working at warehouses. They're doing all types of stuff like that. So I've hit them up. I've actually got a couple locations off of that. And sometimes, depending on where they work and what type of company it is, I give them a referral bonus. So a referral bonus usually is around like 200 to 300 bucks, depending on how big the location is. And I think that's pretty good. So I don't have to go out. I don't have to get a location myself. And it's a win-win for everyone. But once you get that momentum going, locations will just start coming to you. Once your family knows that you do vending, all your friends, you know, you talk to people, let people know, because you're growing a business. If you want to grow a business, it's totally different as if you want to do this as a side hustle. So once they know that you're the vending man, locations will start coming in. I've got, the last time I located a machine and went out there myself was around like my 6th or 7th location. And I was around 18 locations before I did a couple things with 3. I sold them. And yeah, so that difference right there just came to me with me sitting in my house or me doing something else. They would just call me up and I would find the machines and I would place them. And guys, shout out to Jaime Ibanez. I'm pretty sure all you guys know who he is too. But that dude gets down with freaking loading up the stuff in his car. Like, I know that if you guys watch the beginning videos that I posted on the collection, I used to do it in my car. Never again. Never again. So this is another thing that you guys gotta focus on, is getting your transportation. If you guys wanna grow in this business and you guys, you know, want machines out there, you guys have to get like a cargo van or some type of truck. Number 1, you need to find some type of moving, either service, you pay someone to move, or you move them yourself. So you gotta rent the box truck. So find that supplier first before you even try and get a machine. Because if it's all last minute stuff, usually it doesn't go as planned. And I just recently got a cargo van and I love it. It just makes my job so much easier. If I really wanted to, I could hit all 15 of my locations in one day, and that thing could hold all my product in there. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Another question that you guys are asking, I get this question all the time. This is probably like my second biggest asked question, is about the machines breaking down and the cost to repair. So that's another thing that a lot of people don't talk about on the YouTube game, is that, you know, most of the time, you know, when we're not filming, our machines are breaking down, to be honest. you know, I don't have really too much major problems. Sometimes like a coin will get jammed, or maybe a bill validator stops working, and I have spares. They're not really hard to do. I'm gonna actually make a video, and I'll link it in this one, on how to replace a bill validator and coin mechanism, which is usually what goes bad. On your soda machine, what you guys gotta do and keep clean is your compressors, because those will go bad, and you're looking at around 300 to 400 bucks for a new compressor and to replace that. On your machines breaking down, like I said, sometimes you get a lemon, sometimes you get a great machine that will last you forever. So it all depends really, but you guys gotta keep some money to the side if you guys wanna get into the business, just in case this happens. But over time, like in my 2 years, since I'm a technician as well as my regular job for some other type of industry, I'm somewhat good with all that type of stuff. So I've learned mostly everything, and I do everything myself except the compressor work. I have my guy do that, and I have a guy that I buy parts from. And if I really need to, I have a moving company as well that I use. I have like 3 different moving companies, but usually I do them myself. And the last but not least, I think it's the worst. Maybe some people will disagree, maybe some people will agree, but when I'm inside of a location or just, you know, chilling on my regular day, customers can be really annoying. Like, oh, they drive me crazy sometimes. You know, usually when I'm getting the location, I'll tell, you know, the owner, the managers, whatever, that my response time is 24 hours typically, because that's what they want, is like, you know, same day or the next day if something happens for you to come out. Usually that doesn't happen. I know it's bad, and you know, I should be stepping up my game more, but I have some other stuff going on. Like vending isn't my full-time gig, and it could be, and I probably could grow it to be that much, but right now, this year, I just want to keep it how it is. I am getting a couple new locations soon, but that's off topic. So the customers, you know, some people will put in $1 into your machine, and you know, they either won't get the product, or the dollar, you know, gets taken or something. And it's such a big deal. Like, some people make it such a big deal, some people are like, cool, you know, like they don't care. Sometimes they'll buy a soda and it's like a week off, and they'll make a huge deal. Some people are like, you know, I have some locations where it's just like dudes, you know, they're like, oh, what's up, bro? They don't care about expiration. They don't care about expired products. They're really cool. But then, like all of my senior homes, all they do is when they buy a can of soda, they just look under the bottom and they see, like, you know, the expiration date. And it could be a big problem for us as vendors. So you want to make sure that you guys keep up to date on the whole spoilage thing and the expiration dates. And the whole thing is too, with the whole customer experience thing, is like, you know, some people will say, oh, I put a couple dollars in and I never got a product, or, you know, I ate my money, and I have no way of telling that the machine actually did that. So I feel like sometimes they're lying. But for me, as a company, and me trying to provide good customer service, I have to give them their refund or the product. Usually I try and give them their product, because the product, remember, I'm buying at like 30 cents for a soda can, and I'm selling for $1. So instead of me giving them their dollar back, I just give them the can of soda, which cost me 30 cents. So I'm still technically making my profit. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was informative. Hopefully you guys saw a little bit of the transparencies and the topics that you guys need to focus on in the vending business. I know it's a long video, I'm sorry, but I just wanted to typically cover everything that I need to cover. Make sure that you join me and Quick Plays and Dominic Barbados' new Facebook group. I'll link that down in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.